I could put you in the brig for what you've done, but I won't do it.
Talking Dicks Comedy Podcast, the spin-off podcast from the web series The Two Dicks, now on YouTube in black and white. I'm Al Ducharme, and I'm in St. Kitts, not Kiss.
St. Kiss?
St. Kiss, my ass. St. Kitts and Nevis. It's two islands, but it's one island country. Boop, separated by a little bit of water. And that, ladies and gentlemen, coming down to his final days on the cruise ship, Al Romas. Al, where are you? How many hours do you have left? What's the countdown?
Well, first of all, Nevis never really gets any credit. People just go St. Kitts. Nevis gets nothing. You know what I mean? You can't find a Nevis t-shirt anywhere out there. I'm just saying. I'm in Coco Cay, second day of a 2-day Coco Cay. And this is Tuesday. We're recording a Monday on a Tuesday because next week's going to be convoluted, me getting home. So what do I have? I have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I have 3 days left after almost 5.5 months on the ship. Wow. Yes, sir.
That's unbelievable, man.
And it was good. It was good.
It was you had some ups and downs. Don't say it was good. You had ups and downs, but you handled it well.
I never any downs. Oh, I never. What downs did I have?
Let's
I had
go
no
to the videotape. Dude, I have little clips of you.
No.
If you listen to the outro of this podcast, you'll hear, I'm losing my mind. That was when you were going through your period.
Quarantine.
14
Quarantine
days in a cabin.
Gets to you. It gets to you a little bit.
And then you find out that you're 14 days of quarantine, you're vaxxed, and you find out the rest of the crew is coming on board and they weren't even vaxxed yet.
They weren't vaxxed. It was weird.
Yeah,
but everybody's vaxxed.
Yep.
This ship has really been clean, COVID free. And I mean, again, people missed out on cruising this ship because we have 500. I mean, there's 500 passengers. The elevator door says 4 people maximum. You could stand there for 3 days. You're not going to see 4 people. You know what I mean? There's nobody on here. It's fantastic. So, Own Private Idaho. And did you ever see that movie?
I did see that. That was River Phoenix, the late River Phoenix, who I mentioned on the podcast before, helped me move from New York City to Boston.
What? I don't remember that story at all.
I didn't tell you that story. Maybe it was off air.
River Phoenix helped you move?
The late River Phoenix, who died in the gutter outside of the Viper Club.
I don't know if you have to put it that way. That was
and lost out. What?
Died in the gutter. He died in the gutter?
Los Angeles, yeah. He did.
He died on the sidewalk. He was on the sidewalk. He wasn't in the gutter.
I think he was trying to throw up. Wasn't he trying to throw up? That's what Joaquin said.
I don't know.
Joaquin, good actor. Fucking weirdo. When he was a kid, he was a fucking weirdo.
Weren't they in that group, that culty kind of?
Yeah, their parents were
like
hippies
pedophiles and shit.
I don't know about pedophiles, but they were trying to stay off the grid.
There's a big thing had come out recently about that cult. It's a cultish thing, but there's a lot of pedophilia in it. And they had mentioned River Phoenix's family and the kids being part of the group at that time. So there was questions in the article about were they, touched or anything.
They left.
Go back to this.
Well, they left the group. They left the group because it was kind of messed up.
Because of Yoko. They left because of Yoko. They couldn't take it.
Yoko showed up and just ruined it.
No, that's all bullshit. I don't want to get into it right now, but that's not the true story. I want to know about your move with River Phoenix. Wait, you haven't mentioned this, and this sounds like a pod special. This should be, actually. This should be a Patreon only story, for God's sake. River Phoenix helps Al Ducharme move.
Yes.
Hit me.
I'll hit you with the whole damn thing. First of all, he was nominated for an Academy Award as a young teen for a supporting role in the movie Running on Empty with Judd Hirsch.
Good movie. Very good movie. Tense. Really good, yeah.
And Martha Plimpton. How about that one?
Yeah. Well, did
Right,
she
so
help you move, Martha Plimpton?
No,
Just
she
get
was
to the
not
fucking
involved.
move. Jesus Christ.
Cliffhanger. Here's where we would
And by the way,
insert.
why are you in the Sound of Music? That background is I don't think that's Nevis. That looks
The
like Julie Andrews is gonna come.
hills are alive with the sound of music. I'm adjusting. I'm adjusting.
Ricola.
Nicola.
That's
Hey,
what I'm
by the way,
saying
just to
too.
be clear, before I get into the story,
Ricola.
this right here is St. Kitts, and
Ricola.
then the island behind me
Yeah.
is Nevis.
Uh-huh.
Now, Nevis is not as
Islands in the
built up.
stream.
That's right. A lot of urinating going on. Nevis, like you said, isn't as
That's not
popular
what it's
as St.
about.
Kitts. Yeah.
Nevis sucks.
No, it doesn't. It's like
Nevis
it's more.
sucks.
It's a lot of rich people.
Nobody
go there.
goes.
A lot of rich people.
Do they?
They don't want you to go.
Well, I was
A lot
never
of people.
invited. I go to. I'm always in
Not
St.
want you. You can take
Kitts.
a ferry over to Nevis.
To the Mercy.
It's beautiful. Check it all out. St.
All
Kitts,
right.
Nevis. Anyways,
All right.
so
We'll get back. River
I
Phoenix. How do you wait? No, wait. Do you know how to tell a goddamn story? How do you know this guy? What's going background, sir?
All right,
How
background.
do you know River Phoenix?
Comedian and actor Anthony Clark of Yes Dear television show and a few other television shows. He's from Virginia. He's from Lynchburg, Virginia, but he moved to Boston and he was a student at Emerson, and he got into the comedy scene and became very big very quick. He bought a brownstone. He actually brought a brownstone with college money because he was working the college scenes.
These details are a little.
Oh, you told me give the background. Really? You said give the background.
That's a lot of background. We don't need to know about Anthony Clark buying a brownstone.
You're a nitpicker. Do you know what a nitpicker is?
I'm just saying, Anthony Clark's buying a brownstone.
There's nitpicking.
You know River Phoenix. How do you know him? How do you know River Phoenix?
There's nitpicking and nickpicking.
How do you?
Do you know the difference?
Dude, it's a 30-minute pod, and we want to hit a few topics here. I mean, how do you know River Phoenix?
Anthony did a movie with him called Dogfight with Lily Taylor and some other actors that are big and famous now. And they were hanging out a lot together. And so because I was a friend, comedian friend, and tenant, because I was renting an apartment in the brownstone from Anthony, I got to know River a little bit. And then one day he said, hey, we got to go to New York City and we got to pick up River. And I'm like, we're going to drive down to New York. Yeah, we're going to hang out. And then we're going to drive back to Boston. I go, I think he's already famous and a millionaire. Can he like fly? He goes, no, we're going to get him. So he recruited me. And we went down and retrieved River and drove him back. And then we hung out for a few days. But I was in the process of moving my stuff from storage into my apartment. I was kind of doing like a futon temporary thing. And when I got all my stuff out of storage, my friend had a flatbed truck. We loaded it up. And River came out and jumped on the back of the truck and started lifting boxes and shit. I go, dude, what are you doing? He goes, I'm helping you. I'm here. I'm another hand. I'm like,
wasn't he a vegan? Could he lift a box? I mean, I thought he was like a vegan.
I gave him the light stuff.
He didn't eat.
I gave him the light stuff.
All right, good.
I gave him
because he has no strength.
Yeah, I gave him things that wouldn't require a lot of strength. But I'm like,
gotcha.
Didn't you get nominated for an Academy Award? Are you sure you want to do this? He goes, yeah. So we were joking around. We get high. We get drunk. We hung out. He was also in a band. And he also would hang out a lot with Keanu Reeves, who I didn't get to meet at the time. Whoa. But that was it. That's why I gave you the background. And then he died.
So that was 3.
And then he died.
How long after that did he OD? Like, what year time frame are we in?
I'm thinking 2 years later. Is my
2 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, he was young. I mean, you forget how young he was.
In his 20s.
You know what I mean? Yeah. When he died. Yeah. Holy
and then his
God.
brother goes on to be this big actor, Crazy Boy. Did you see him on Letterman when he had his beard and long hair?
Yeah, but I knew that was a bit. I don't know. People were so dumb, you know, like that. It was a bit. It was obvious. It was good. Yes. Letterman very cool. And
it was big. But then it gave him a big comeback.
Yeah.
And then he won the Academy Award.
Yeah, and he's good. I mean, Joker. I mean, everything he picks good movies. I don't know if he's the greatest actor in the world, but I like a lot of the stuff he's in. You know, The Master. It was great. Joker.
Mm-hmm.
I loved.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Johnny Cash one was good. He won the Academy Award, but I don't know. He didn't really ever struck me as Johnny Cash.
Best performance in a musical. Wasn't that what it was?
No, it was Best Actor. Best Actor. That's period.
That was a Golden Globe.
There's no
Golden Globe.
Yeah, there's no. But I never bought. You know, it's one of those. It's really good, but if you watch it, you're not going, "That's Johnny Cash." Whereas sometimes these bios, the guy becomes the guy. I was like, "That's not Johnny Cash." I mean, doesn't even look. You know,
that's
but
River
it was good.
Brother, the one that survived. But if you listen
That's
to the
one
911
brother of the
call,
guy who helped the Al Ducharme move.
right?
Yeah.
If you listen to the 911 call from Joaquin, you can hear him saying, "My brother." It's really disturbing, but that is the background of that story.
I don't listen
Not
to
the
that
happiest story in the world, but
I don't listen to the 911 call. What am I, a weirdo? Who does that? What do you sit home and listen to the 911 call?
we don't know
Who
what
does
you
that?
do in your private life, Al. We have.
I
no
don't
idea.
listen to the 911 call of Joaquin Phoenix. I mean,
Well,
it's weird that you know
They
it.
were playing it on TMZ or whatever it was, Entertainment Tonight, the news.
I don't watch that.
And I had an interest. The guy helped me move. He only moved.
He helped you move.
A few light boxes.
Yeah. He's a vegan. He has no body strength.
He's got none now.
You know what I mean? He can't move anything. No, he's been gone a long time. That's a great story. I don't think you had ever shared it before. And if you did, you know, we've done 150 of these, so I can't. Today's 150, by the way. Congratulations, Alfred. 150. 150 in the books. We should talk about what we're going to do now after 150. We've hit 150. Al's making weird noises.
Weird. I made a living at making weird noises.
You have.
Can we go back to
done well with it.
Nitpick. There's a different spelling.
No, I want to talk about what we're doing now after 150.
Picker.
This is a Monday. This is a Monday pod for episode volume 150, and then we've been doing 2 a week for a year and a half, I guess, or more.
Mm-hmm.
2 a week, everybody. 2 pods a week for free every week for your entertainment. Thank you. And now we're going to bring back the classics, right, Alfred?
We are. We did a number of videos that were made public to Facebook followers on our Two Dicks and Talking Dicks platforms. And before we went private with our videos, just for our Patreon members, we made a bunch, something like 80 or 90 public. So we're going to re-release the public ones because a lot of people have no idea they exist. So we'll be doing that every Friday. And we'll be doing a live one or semi-live one on Mondays. So we'll have our original podcast on Mondays and the classics on Fridays.
Yeah, and the classics are a whole different look. You can see the video on YouTube when they come out each Friday. They're a different look to the pod, completely different thing. And that's when we just started it out of the COVID situation, being comedians not working. Thought we'll do a podcast, and but we didn't know what we were doing. It wasn't really a podcast. It was a Facebook type podcast. So it was interesting, and it became what it is now. We're listening on all the platforms and all that. But
we called it a vlogcast.
It was fun.
In the beginning.
Vlogcast. That's right. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Or a video.
And now I would spend 10 hours editing it and putting in those clips and sound effects. And so the first, 25 or so at least, they're really entertaining. And and they're shorter too. I don't think they were 30 minutes. I think those
they were 9
some of
to
them
20.
probably 10 minutes.
Yeah.
9 to 20 anytime. Yeah. But
a lot of 15, 18
it
minutes.
was good.
And the video part of it, I would get flags on YouTube for copyright infringement. And they said, but you don't have to take it down. We're just going to run ads over it because we weren't monetizing it. So they said they encouraged us to keep it because I was like, Al, should we just pull this down? And sometimes if I had something playing on the background, like music or something, it would pick it up and we'd get flagged. And they say, warning, you cannot monetize this, but we will. We're going to make money.
Flagging.
Yep, they love flagging.
That's right.
So you can see
they love flagging like the NFL, and the referees throwing those flags.
Flag crazy.
Every time there's a play downfield, there's a flag. Every time there's a play down the field, you just go up. A great catch. Oh, a great run. It's gonna be a flag. You know it. I mean, it's guaranteed. And speaking of which, we finished week 1 in the books. Wow. Last night, great game last night. Did you see the Monday Night Football game?
It was intense. It was so,
Vegas, Baltimore.
I'm glad Vegas won. I'm glad the Raiders won because that was that new stadium, that multi-billion-dollar stadium or whatever it was, and it was important for them to get a win in the new place. But what a game, back and forth, intense.
Yeah, those overtime rules suck because if you get the ball. I mean, you get the ball. If you score a touchdown, the game's over. The other team doesn't even get a shot to come back. So it's not a good rule. But
they did that to shorten. They did that to shorten it and to raise the stakes because the overtimes can go on and on and on.
Good. Free football. Give it to us.
Well, the Raiders thought they won it. They thought but they were down on the 1 yard line, and then they turned it over.
I was rooting for Baltimore because the Raider fans suck, let's be honest. And they were celebrating, and it would have been cool to see them walk out of there with a loss after already celebrating. I was already like, but you know what I mean? But Raider fan is terrible. And Raiders suck. They do this. Fans are going to be crazy. They're going to be good, and they're not going to be good. So I'm not worried about the Raiders.
They've won the last 4 opening games during the return of Gruden to coaching.
Yeah, but his record is terrible, and he's getting $100 million.
Yep.
And he's it's not even good. And who's the team that started 0-2 and still won the Super Bowl in the last 15 years? Any ideas? 0-2 won the Super Bowl.
I know you're going to say the Giants. But was it the
That's who it is.
It is the Giants. Yeah.
It was the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
It was the Giants, and I'm afraid the Giants are going to start this season 0-8. So I don't think they're going to win the Super Bowl this year. But
hey, back over to baseball real quick. We'll get away from sports. But Yankees, Red Sox are vying for the number 2 position in the wild card. So one of them, and they have a 3-game series coming up. That's going to be intense. I mean, neither one of them. They're going to get knocked out of the playoffs, anyways. Both teams, but it's going to be intense.
I think the Sox are better. I think they're a better team.
They got a 63% chance of making the playoffs over 50-something% with the Yankees, but still that rivalry and whatnot.
It's great. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Yankees Mets had a good weekend rivalry. They even had a
Subway Series
brawl. Maybe. They had the Subway Series. They had the bullpens empty. They had a bullshit brawl. The Mets accused the Yankees of cheating with whistling. But the Yankees found out one of the pitchers was tipping his pitches, so they started whistling when he would, a certain motion. They whistled, and the guy knew then it's going to be a fastball. It's not really cheating. That's just, being smart at baseball. It's not using trash cans and monitors. It's being good at baseball. And the Mets seem to be offended by that.
It's not deflating the baseball.
They're awful.
It's not deflating it.
No, that's different. You're messing with the game. This is being smart.
Well,
it's like counting cards.
That was a horseshit. The deflating thing was total horseshit.
He didn't deflate the football, is what you're saying?
There were balls that were deflated on both teams. That's what I'm saying. There was. Same thing when the Patriots were accused of stealing. That fucking idiot went over there to the other side and videotaped them, and he stole their signs. All the teams do this shit. Yeah. And when they get caught, they get caught.
Right.
But when you're on
Well, I
top,
think is my
when you're the biggest team and you're on top, then it becomes a huge story.
yeah. Well, it's like anything. Everyone does it. Just don't get caught. If you
Right.
get caught, then But everyone does these things. Just don't
You
get
get
caught.
nicked. You can get nicked. That means you're caught.
Who's Nick?
Or you can nick
Oh,
something.
Nick.
You can steal. KN. If you nick
Right.
something, it's
English
stealing.
term.
It's like British, yeah. But
English.
if you're nicked for a crime, it means you
Why
got
did it
caught.
British? Why go British? I go English. Why go British?
All right.
English.
I don't know. I go English, but I'm just saying I was messing around.
I go
with
English.
The Nick pick and the Nick picky and the Nick picker and the Knick-knack.
Okay.
Knick-knack means I'm
so
tired.
Are you done? I'm gonna get you out
tired.
of this. Are you yeah, are you go
Hey mate.
Are you done with
Knick-knacks.
Are you
I'm
done
gonna
with
hit
your
the hay.
shows? Are you done with your shows on the
I
on your
have one
cruise you're
more
leaving
show.
in a couple days?
I have one more show. We have 2 sea days coming up, and they haven't decided if they're going to put me on tomorrow night or the following evening. I'd rather go on.
They're thinking about noon on the sea day for you. Probably like, hey, put one around noon on the sea day. Just bury this fucker and get him out of here. Probably what they're considering right now. But 11:30 in the morning, people would be eating lunch. We just throw him in the back. What do you think? All right. Yeah. He makes a lot of noises. I know. It's weird. Go ahead.
I don't hate you. I don't. I enjoy your company. I enjoy it.
Thank you. Likewise.
But there are times like these. I want to. I want to flick your ball sack with something hot.
Wow. I didn't see that coming. I'll be honest. I could see you wanting to hit me. I didn't think ball sack was going to be mentioned, but
I want to nick your ball sack with a hot prod.
Pair of pliers and go to work on the homes.
No, I want at least that 6 foot of distance between my hand and the instrument I'm using.
Yeah, I understand. So you have one show left, is what you're saying?
I have one show left
this week
on this particular cruise. I've been gone for.
Right. What do you mean your lifetime?
I've been gone for 22 days on cruises, but I was gone on the road. I did the Borgata with Bernadette for a week, and then I visited our family
22 days
for 10 days. So I've been away.
Right.
I've been away for over a month.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Oh.
I came home.
A month.
Yeah, I came home for about 50 hours in between. I don't count that.
Oh, that's got to be rough. Being gone a month. Seriously.
Over a month.
It can't be easy. Oh, over a month. That can't be easy.
How long have you been away?
I wouldn't know what it's. I've been away 5.5 months, sir.
Have you been on land at all?
Out of the United States. I'm an expat.
Have you been on land? You're on that garbage dump, right?
Well, I've been on the land of Coco Cay. I went on there 5-6 times. So
it's 2 acres.
But other than that,
it's 2 acres with
I mean, I really haven't.
Cocaine washing up on the shore.
Yeah, I don't really care for cocaine, but I do like the smell. Whose joke was that?
He dusted it off, mate. He nicked it.
Rodney.
That was right. That was Rodney.
Rodney, by the way. It was the answer to that question. I have one show left. Thanks for asking. I have one show left on Friday, and that's it. All done. 57 shows, sir, in the books, which is a lot. But if you worked Oasis Allure back in the days, those were you could do 2 weeks and do 33 shows. So 57 over 5.5 months it's not that money.
You had downtime in between, and you did the podcast. What else did you do? You lost weight
twice a week. I lost weight, 2 pods a week.
You are ready to put yourself out on the market when you get back to land, right? You're going to get your harpoon.
I smoked a lot of cigars. Let's say that. I had a lot of cigars.
Do you think you smoked 200 cigars?
200. Well, we got 5 months. That's 180 days roughly, and then a little more. So 180 days. I had at least one a day. Most days, not every day. So I'd be in that ballpark. I'd be in the ballpark.
You smoked $2,000 worth of cigars?
No. Well, maybe. I don't know. It's possible. That's possible. Yeah.
Between 1,500, I'll say 1,500 because you did get a lot on cigarbid.com and you got some great deals. But other than that,
the majority were on Cigar Bid, and they were great deals. And then I did cash on the island.
Mm-hmm.
So those were,
$2,000.
All
right, now I have another question. Did you make a contribution to your Roth IRA that your buddy Al told you to open up?
Yes, I contributed.
I'm looking at
him. Of course.
He looked away. He looked away. Is he lying?
Of course.
Did you buy some tobacco?
Of course.
Stock?
Yeah, that would have been smart. That would have been really smart. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But right. I don't know. I should count them. I should look at a calendar and count. That's interesting. I don't know for who, but it might be for me to see how many stogies I've had. And then today we had an antigen test this morning. We get our results this afternoon, and then we're filling out all sorts of travel documents. Bahamas is not easy, sir, to fly out of these days.
I know. How do you get your results? I have mine here. I just took I take it every 4 or 5 days.
Normally, we don't get the results unless you're positive.
Right.
But today, we got to go down to HR, and they're going to give us our results so we can put it into our phone because it has to be filled out for the Bahamas. Yeah, for travel, Saturday.
Yeah, they gave me it says SARS-CoV-2 negative, flu A and flu B negative, and then RSV negative.
Yeah. So that's for what? For your travel? So you can head when you fly?
No, they left it on my door.
Or just
they left it on my door because I'm on passenger list. I'm not on crew.
Right.
So,
right. Forgot. Good.
So I have documentation.
And and you're in the States. You're flying out of Lauderdale, right?
Right. So I don't have to have them handy to enter the country. I just have to have a passport.
Gotcha.
And all my global entry and TSA stuff is expired. And I have to go in person now because I let it go for 6 months. Yeah, it all expired during COVID. I just didn't.
Well, download a mobile passport at least. That's quick. That'll get you through.
Yeah, I do have that on my phone. Let me make sure, though, I got a new phone.
Mobile passport, folks. If you haven't done it and you're traveling and you don't do it, it saves
so much time.
Nobody knows about it.
I know.
And you go right through.
It has its own line. It's sometimes shorter than the global entry.
Yes, most times. It's unbelievable. People don't know about it, don't download it, and it's free. You throw in your passport info, and you can thank the two dicks when you skate through those lines without any
So you know what that means? It means safe travels, my friends. Adios.
Don't forget to review us and rate us. It really helps.
The Talking Dicks became friends at a very young age, and the rest is history.
I'm losing my mind.
Patreon.com/The Two Dicks, which is named after our web series. This is the Talking Dicks Comedy Podcast. Thanks for tuning in.
What?
Done.
I didn't kill my wife. I don't care.
We'll fix it in post, you son of a bitch.
Okay, sure.
All right. Subscribe. Mary.
Go to patreon.com/The Two Dicks.
If you shoot me, you won't see a cent of that money. Why?
I think it ends on that. That's beautiful.